Hey everyone, so I took my hair out of a bun and it's kind of fun and curly, but I think I do need to pin it back. I got this like last year, maybe, I don't remember, early this year, and I was just gonna throw this in my hair while I chat. I have a few makeup dates for you, and I am excited. I think this one might be one of my last makeup dates. I am gonna be traveling in 2 weeks, exactly 2 weeks, so I don't know if I'll get a chance to like film something again. I'll probably like do it, just like procrastinate on time, because you know me. But but I think I have a few updates and just want to share. We'll see how bothered I am by this. I've never liked clips like this. I don't know if it's just me and my hair, but just not, that's all right. I just never know if it's gonna hold. Like, am I gonna put too much or too little? It's gonna pop out, but I think that'll be fine for now. Sorry, there's always going to be little puffy things everywhere. Hopefully you won't hear background noise. I am running both washer and dryer at the same time, and am going to be trying to set this spot up. I just like threw all my makeup here and just decided just to go for it. So we will see how this time goes. So I plan on filming this and just telling you about some stuff that has come in and out of my collection, and then kind of how I'm feeling about things overall, and then also we'll be batch filming a few of my Project Pan videos, so we'll see how that goes. Let me just quickly go through the stuff that is going out of my collection. Not a ton. I did wrap up my this is technically it's just any type of moisturizing wash. It's for body and face. It's from La Roche-Posay. It's their gentle foaming moisturizing wash, and I found this to be pretty nice. I think just always by the end of the bottle, I'm like, how do I get the rest out? And I think it was nice and gentle. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm probably gonna refill it actually with this that I got at my local discount store. And it says it's for babies, but honestly, sometimes when my kids get in the shower that I use, they're reaching for that wash. And so I was like, let me just pick this up. I can refill it, and then, you know, kind of just use this for them instead. I actually don't even know what this smells like. It says like almond blossom. And when I looked at the ingredients, it wasn't like, didn't seem that obnoxious, but it was discounted quite a bit. Trying to read it. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's like really subtle, and that's what I tend to look for. Even though fragrance is like definitely not the, if it was the last ingredient on here, I'd be like, okay, that's very little. But I think for at least body wash, especially if my kids are like, you know, just like playing with soap, I think this will be just fine. So I'm gonna actually pop this in the bag with it and just remind myself to do that. And then I don't have it with me, and I would definitely, I don't think I even showed it anywhere, but I did finish up my sunscreen. I have a few sample ones that I need to go through first from Credo Beauty. I think one's the Plum Screen. I can't remember the name of the other one. Maybe Ursa Major. I'm starting to get to know the brand names there. Not that it even really, even I don't even really understand what the brands are right now. Yes, I have those to go through first. And then at the same discount store, I actually found the Hero Cosmetics Force Shield mineral sunscreen. I have been looking at this for like the past 2 years, never bit the bullet, and now I'm too late because I think Hero Cosmetics discontinued their sunscreen line, and they're more focusing on maybe some of their other more like acne fighting type stuff. They're very popular for their pimple patches. So I guess just like the sunscreen thing maybe didn't work out for them or something, but I'm glad I snagged one at some point, because I was kind of sad that I couldn't find it anymore. So I'm glad I picked this one up. And then also, let's see here. Oh, same discount store. I've been, because I ran out of that facial cleanser, I'm like, should I get a facial cleanser? So just use like one of the bar cleansers I have. I have like a non-foaming one, and I do like a foaming cleanser. It just makes me feel like my skin is extra clean. I don't want to be stripping, but like that moisturizing foaming feeling, like that's what I'm going for. So the La Roche-Posay one I think really hit the nail on the head for me, but I'm always wanting to try something new. So we're gonna open this one together. This is a reusable gentle foaming facial cleanser, and I think it's really, really light. And I think it's basically just like a reusable bottle, and then you basically put in the concentrate that they give you as well. So there's this metal like foaming cleanser bottle, and then the concentrate is all the way at the bottom. There it is. just a packet. Like, I'm wondering how different this is from like Blue Land and like their type of thing, because I could definitely see myself kind of picking this back up later on. And they only have very few products in here. I mean, there's no water. I think that's always very intriguing to me when there is a powder cleanser. I'm actually working through another powder cleanser right now that's more of like an exfoliant. And so I just add water to that, but I can only use it every like 2 to 3 days. Versus this is a concentrate for this. I got this at a price of about 10 bucks. And so I was like, I think this is worth trying, because I think if I got I've been looking at the Blue Land one before, not recently, but before. And I felt like it was around the similar thing. And I don't know if like Amazon would sell just like refills kind of like this. And you would just need, you know, this. I don't want to just only rely on Neutrogena, because I don't know, especially them being at the discount store, if they have now discontinued this product. But I'm sure this concept, I mean, like Blue Land, which is, they're all about this like concentrated cleanser, whatever, if you haven't heard of them. But I'm wondering if this will be good. So I will try this out a little bit later. And actually, hack, I do have a little bit of the La Roche-Posay cleanser left, and I actually put it in a Play-Doh container, me having toddlers. Play-Doh containers are airtight, and I've thrown away so many of them, and I'm just like, oh, I should have saved them all, because these clear ones are kind of cool because I can actually see what's inside, but I'm like, they're great for like, you know, a beauty storage, because I can put all my little whatevers I have left of some bottle and just like stick it in one of these, and good to go. Probably great for like travel too, to be honest. But yeah, like, you know, Play-Doh containers are made to be pretty airtight. I probably still, like, if I was traveling, I'd probably still wrap them up with something, but this is my idea for now. Okay, and then what else did I buy recently? I did splurge. I got it. I got the OC Hyaluronic Body Serum. This thing is 4 ounces for $48. But I am planning on using this as a face serum. Controversial, I know, but I enjoyed my time with the sample that I got. It was a pretty large sample, because, you know, it's intended for the body, and so they gave me kind of a larger sample, and I used it on my face. I didn't seem to have any problem with it. I did also recently, around the same time, I like really introduced this to my routine, even though I'd been using the sample for, I think, about a week. I noticed that I feel like my moisture barrier is a little bit weak right now. It's definitely a little bit stingy with some products. But I think it actually comes down to the facial steamer I've been using. I don't think you can really tell my voice anymore, but I've been dealing with like really bad post-nasal drip, and that definitely wrecks my vocal cords, and like wake up like sounding nasty. And so I've been like steaming every single day, sometimes at night too. Actually I have the steamer right here. And like, I think just steaming your face breaks down the moisture barrier, like having that heat there like pretty frequently. And so I think I should need to be better about prepping my skin before I steam, and then also treating it after I steam. But I think that's kind of why. But also doesn't help, like it's winter time, dry air, our whole house feels dry. So I think I should need to be taking care of myself a little bit better in that way. But that's kind of where I'm at with that in terms of new stuff. I'm not sure if I have any other new stuff. So definitely some influx. If you saw my empties, I definitely had some things go out as well. I've had some encouraging progress on a number of products. My lip balms, I don't think this lighting will do it justice, but there is windowing in the Rare Beauty one. And then I actually wiped off all the branding on this one. I actually have a whole short on how I did that. I just used alcohol and a magic eraser. But this one is like, if I really look through it, it's about halfway. Sorry, that wasn't even in frame. About halfway. And then the Rare Beauty one, the windowing goes like all the way down to the bottom of the label. So I am very excited about the progress. I think between the two, I basically used up like one whole lip balm at this point in time, and just in a matter of like 2 months. And so very excited about that. Of course, need to show a progress on the little lip liner that I have left. And so I'm really hoping to get to the end of the pink by the time I leave for vacation. I might even bring this with me and finish it there. I actually got it in Arizona. I will be in Arizona for Christmas, and so that'd be kind of actually funny to finish it in Arizona. That'd be kind of cool. And then from there, lipsticks. I'm very excited about my lipsticks, actually. I feel like I'm going through them quite quickly, especially using them in my purse. So I plan on doing a Franken lipstick video. I think I'm going to combine three of them and make them into 2. So I think there's one. I think I'm going to get rid of my Henna lipstick case. It's like pretty sturdy, but it's just one that doesn't quite fit into my style. Oh, I did also want to get rid of this one too, the Dolce & Gabbana one. I don't know. As much as it's like nice, it's a little, looks a little bit scratched up. And I think, yeah, it's just like the biggest one out of all of them. Okay, I will have to decide, but I think that'll be kind of a project. I did hit pan on something. I was kind of expecting, I was like, when is it gonna happen? But I wasn't really like expecting it. It's on this face powder here. So the pan is growing bigger, that's for sure. I might end up just discarding this pot concealer by the end, probably by the end of the week. I just don't really care for it. So I guess I'm going to show it to you now. It's an empty for me, at least. I've used, this definitely has a good pan in it right now. You just can't really tell. But yeah, there's a good pan in there. It got sidewall. It's even pulling away from the wall from time to time. But I'm honestly just not using base products. I didn't even touch up my skin actually before this. Sorry if I'm looking shiny and blah, but I just use like pore filling primer, and I'm pretty like comfortable with that. I just do that, do some color products on the sides of my face, on the you know, blush and sometimes contour. And I've been really satisfied with that from day to day. And I'm kind of surprised, actually. I always thought I would have to do like full face. If it wasn't just like a quick lip balm, I would have been going in with a full face. But like, I feel comfortable enough in my skin to do that. So I feel like that's really great progress, and I can let go of a complexion product. I still have a whole foundation to work through, and I think I really need to figure out how that works into my routine at some point next year. But and it tells me like after next year, I really don't need to be having a full size anything complexion wise in my collection, and just have like a really good face primer, kind of blurring face primer, maybe with a tint of it like this one does, which I'm sure the tint doesn't even show up, but it just makes me feel a little bit better. This is actually a Cover FX primer, and so this is all I have left. I thought I was gonna feel yuck about using this, but since I've been enjoying it so much, it's been fine. I hope to use it up by the end of the year though, because it's probably on the older side and I need to get through it. But keeping it airtight definitely helps a lot from me feeling like it's gonna go kind of gross. And then also huge pan on this. Like what? This is my bronzer. I repressed this and I have just been gunning through it. So that's kind of one of the things I also put on the edges of my face, just like keep working at it. But I don't think I'll be repressing anything in here. It's starting to, the case is starting to kind of do that thing where it peels. And as much as it's Burberry and it's nice, but like once packaging starts to go, I'm like, eh. Also, it being a standalone product and me really liking the Freedom palette system, I'd much rather use something up like this and then repress the face powder in there. I might do that. Once I use this one up, I might just press this bronzer in there, or this bronzer in there. And then I'll be down, I'll probably just recycle this case. I'll be down another face color product. And I think the only face products I have left are these like bronzer type things. Yeah, I think just those two big pans in there. So that's that. I do also have like, quote, a refill of like a mascara in here. And my mascara right now looks like this. It's a very small tube. So I think once I feel like cleaning it out, we'll see what happens there. I'm really torn in terms of my next step for mascara. I feel like I'm always in this spot. I've been now using an iron mascara wand, which has been okay. Not my most favorite mascara wand ever. I would still say that the mascara fixer is still my favorite formula with the right finish and amount of product it dispenses and all that stuff. So I might just go back to that, even though it's not like readily, not that the Iron Wand mascara is readily available either, but yeah, just like a mascara fixer, I think just meets a lot of my needs. And for me, just like a good oil cleanser kind of takes care of that. So, so I kind of decide, I think, in a little bit here, give myself a few more months, but pretty, yeah, seems minor compared to some of the other changes that I've made in my collection over this year. Yeah, I feel like I've actually reflected on my makeup journey this year several times at this point. And I think at this point of time in the year, kind of looking back and being like, wow, my collection has changed a lot. I think for the better. It feels more streamlined. feel more in control of it. And I don't know. I think I'm still struggling, I think, with the backup idea. I think that's why I wasn't really, I was going to the store to check out cleansers, but then came back with a cleanser. Um Same thing with sunscreen. I was like, I still have samples. I might buy a sunscreen from Credo Beauty. I've been really trying to use Credo Beauty as my main beauty retailer, other than if I really find like something I'm drawn to. Um and I don't know, kind of like I'm kind of torn between like, do I get stuff on discount? Like I think it's just still in flux. And I was talking to a friend, I was like, I think I just need to, once I'm like in the moment of ready to replace something, that like that's where the excitement builds, that's where it is. I think sometimes I get so hung up on getting a backup that I just get a backup anyways. I don't want to get a backup of a backup, but I think sometimes when it's just like sitting on me for that long, I might as well just get one, get that out of my brain. I mean, it's not as fun when I have to like move on to the backup, but like I think that's just for the sake of my own mental health and just like the other things I need to do in my life. Like it's just not worth it. And so, so I think there's a few other products that I'm kind of sitting on right now. Things like, do I have it with me right now? I think I must have left it, in my skincare section, but, I was using a toner, that I had gotten also from the discount store, and it was like pretty simple. It looked like a pretty simple toner, but I think with my moisture barrier kind of not in the best shape, it just couldn't handle it. And so I did end up, I did have the Milky Toner from Laneige from the Sephora birthday gift. So I'm using that right now. And then now I'm kind of figuring out like what's the next kind of Milky Toner. And I think focus of my skincare, I think it's really calling into mind of like, I really want a simple skincare, nothing stripping. I want everything to be supporting my moisture barrier and like, to have a few targeted things here and there, but honestly I think I just want something that's relatively simple and that supports my skin in the right ways. And so I think just like picking up whatever toner probably is the right choice, but I think to be a little bit more thoughtful in that way and to figure out where do I splurge via Credo Beauty usually, or what can I just pick up at my local discount store, or a drugstore if I find something there, but I've been finding a lot of things at this discount store. Yeah, kind of like, right, so what's the right balance? So I don't really actually have an answer, and maybe I just need to settle on the fact that I'll never have an answer, and that's okay. I think the main thing is that I don't have excess, that I feel like I'm continuing to move through products, don't have that clutter, and feel really confident in the process I'm making. I feel like maybe the products that come in actually don't matter that much. Not like they don't matter, but you know what I mean. Like I don't have to be so like one way or the other on every single product that I have. Because I think once that bronzer is gone, I am gonna be like, should I have another like powder face color product? I think the answer to that is no. I mean, I'm still working through this one as my blush, like cream blush right now. I also have an Ilia, not that one, an Ilia kind of more taupey lip liner that I've been using for contour as well as cream contour. So I feel like color products, I'm good to go. I also am gonna use, once I'm done with that lip liner, I already have plans. I got this NARS High Gear in a FabFitFun, and I think this one's pigmented enough where I could also be using this as a cream blush as well. And like, honestly for me, my cream blush is faded at this point of the day. I do not need it to stick on. I think it's just for that moment of my self-care of my day. I just need to look decent, and then from there it's kind of like whatever. So I already have plans in terms of like cream blush and color products, and I think I am leaning towards I really should just try to do color products because they are more multi-purpose in terms of being on the lips and on my cheeks, and I've been okay with that. So that's kind of where I've landed so far. But we'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes. And I think I want to be excited for how dynamic my collection can be. And to realize like that is the norm, that is dynamic, that I don't have to settle on something, that yeah, that I can believe in myself, that like whatever I'm going to work on is going to be fine. It's gonna be fine. So anyways, I will leave you with that thought. We will see if I will be doing another makeup date. I assume so, but if I don't, and just in the spirit of the season, happy holidays. I hope that everybody will have a blessed and somehow relaxing season. I know it's kind of crazy and I kind of felt the rush, but I think I've been definitely fighting for moments for myself, for reflection, for prayer, for time with the Lord, because this is, I think, a special season that, God made, both in challenging ways and in good ways, of good reminders of just what it really means to be together with the people we love, and preparing for that, but also to focus on the right things, especially as we head into another year and just the season of anticipation for what's to come, and just to do it in a healthy way. And so I'm really trying to do my best to do that, not only for myself, but even just to like model that for my kids, to not be so like, you know, hung up on certain things, but to really bring it back to the true focus of what I believe for the season. So, so happy holidays, Merry Christmas if you celebrate, but I hope that you will have a wonderful rest of your December. All right, bye everyone.